Hey everybody, Zach Holt here with Mossy Oak Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, coming at you from beautiful Knox County, Indiana, on my newest listing here, 173 acres. It is dividable. It's made up of two different landowners. We've got an 88 acre landowner to the north and an 83 acre parcel to the south. We're asking $155,000 for this property. As you can see, we've got a really heavy duty gate, which allows you to have control of who comes and goes on the north side of the property. This is the only access road going into the property. To the west, you've got wide open ag fields with no roads. To the east and to the south, you've got a hard boundary in the White River. So this is the only road accessing this property. It's a nice paved road, as you can see. This is actually old 41 that would go from Vincennes to Hazleton. So it sits about 12 feet above everything else down here. It's going to always stay out of the water, be a great place to park a camper of some sort on top of this road, because it sits a little bit on top of a levee. This property is currently enrolled in the WRP program. So there are some restrictions that come along with that, but for the recreational buyer, the hunting buyer, this is a property that you should certainly take a look at. We've got multiple boat ramps in less than an eighth of a mile, quarter of a mile, both upriver and downriver. As part of the WRP program, you've got a whole host of really high quality trees that have been planted on these properties. The government comes in and plants trees at a rate of about 550 trees per acre. So we've got a lot of bur oak and chestnut oak, white oak and swamp oak that have been planted on this property. The northern property that we're selling is about 10 years ahead of the southern property, so it gives you a little bit of idea what that southern property will look like in 8 to 10 years. As part of the WRP program, you're allowed up to 5% of the total acreage to be able to be put into food plots and trails. There are some existing trails and food plots established on the northern property. The southern property is basically a blank slate. You're going to be able to put that acreage anywhere you deem necessary. So as being a part of the WRP program, basically these fields almost look like a fallow field. There's great underbrush, understory, a lot of warm season grasses, native forbs and native grasses that have sprung up in between the tree planting. So it's offering great bedding habitat for the white-tailed deer, tons of browse. Browse is absolutely everywhere. Everything is about head high to chest height, waist height. So in that range. So great browse for the white-tailed deer. The grasses that have grown up on this property also offers great nesting habitat for the turkeys and brood rearing habitat for the wild turkeys. I've not been on this property yet and not seen a flock of turkeys working it. So the turkeys are doing great in this part of the county. So a couple of things that I really like about this property. For starters, the gate. I really love the ability to control access in and out of the property. I love the fact that there's virtually no neighbors, so you don't have to worry about someone sneaking on you or someone coming in at a certain time of year and cutting a tree or something like that and scaring all your deer away. You've got an opportunity to have virtually a sanctuary behind this gate where there's no possibility of anyone coming in and encroaching on you. So you should be able to grow and hold a big deer, and that's what a lot of people are looking to do. The biggest thing that I like about this property is that it's in WRP, and although that comes with some restrictions, one of the things I really like about WRP is that because of those restrictions, the price per acre is quite a bit better than what a standard piece of ground would go for. So right now we're asking $900 per acre for this property. So a blue-collar guy can afford to actually put together enough acreage to be able to grow and hold a mature deer. Whereas if you were paying $2,500 to $3,000 an acre on another piece of property, you may only be able to afford 50, 60, 70 acres. Very hard to grow and hold a mature deer in that small of a wood lot. So here you've got 172 acres that you're going to be able to pick up for $155,000. To me, it's a no-brainer. I think it's a slam dunk for the recreational buyer. I'm all happy to give private showings on this property. As always, you can reach me at zachsellsland.com. Hit me up on Facebook. You can call or text me anytime, 812-887-2954. I appreciate it. If you're buying, if you're selling, looking for ground in southwestern Indiana, I'd appreciate you sending people my way. I appreciate your consideration. Have a great day.